The coaches are in. When you need a timely, transparent friend, tune into the coaches are in. Talking career, business, health, and wealth. You've got a friend now. Into the coaches are in. With authenticity, come on, let's take a seat and tune in.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
How y'all doing?
Good,
we's doing.
We are good. And y'all don't know what, we was like already into the show. And it was like,
yes,
wait a minute.
because I have questions.
Let's start. Pause.
I have questions.
Right. Yeah, so here we are. The coaches are in the show where professional, purpose-driven women come to elevate in every area of their lives. We talk about anything here, right?
Yes.
So, hey, Michelle. So tonight's conversation is one that so many women experience, but a lot of times we're not having the conversations about it. Yeah. And we're talking about hair, but it's not just about styling your hair. It's not just about, beauty, but it's about that shedding and the thinning and the stress and the hormones and the effects on your confidence as a result of all of those things. And, what it means when your crown starts changing. Because for many of us, it's not just hair. A lot of times we're like, yeah, it's just hair. It's just hair to grow back. But sometimes we don't, right? Right. So it's not just hair. It's tied to our identity. It's tied to our femininity, and how we show up in the world. Mm-hmm. So tonight we're going to have a real conversation, and we are bringing in an expert who can help us understand what is happening and what we can do about it. But before we do that, we're going to introduce ourselves for those of you who are tuning in for the first time and don't know who we are and what we do and all of that good stuff. So I'll kick it off and let you know that I'm Dr. Sharita Weatherspoon. I'm the creator of The Coaches Are In. I'm also an operations strategist and alignment coach, and I help aspiring entrepreneurs with a specific interest in Black women to launch, grow, and scale their businesses. I believe that you should make money, but you should also make an impact and experience fulfillment and joy in your business.
Yes, all about all of that. And I am Allison Garrett. I'm your behavioral interventionist, and I work with women who struggle with identifying exactly what has them stuck without years of therapy.
And I'm Dr. Malika. I'm your confidence coach, and I like to help you build confidence in many different ways, specifically in training and workshops and coaching, as well as now AI consultant. And so I'm excited to be here.
Aren't we always?
And where the coaches are in.
All right. Well, since we had so many questions, are we just ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to introduce our special guest tonight. We are joined by an incredible expert in the field of hair and scalp health. Trina Vessels is a double board certified trichologist, hair restoration specialist, and educator. She is the founder of Hair Restoration Clinic Delaware and the Hair Experience LLC, where she helps women and men experience hair loss, understand the root causes behind their scalp and hair challenges, and develop personalized restoration plans. Through her clinic, she combines trichology, scalp therapy, and non-surgical hair restoration solutions to support healthier hair growth. She is also very passionate about educating beauty professionals and everyday individuals on recognizing, responding to, and restoring hair loss. So let's welcome Trina to The Coaches Are In.
Hey, ladies. Hi.
Yes, we are so glad you were here.
Yes.
To the show that started before the show.
That's right, exactly. Thank y'all so much for having me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes,
Looking forward to this
absolutely.
discussion.
Well,
Yes.
we are excited to have you, and we're going to jump right in on the questions.
Yes.
Um, so Trina, how did you get started in this work? And then what led you to specialize specifically in hair restoration and trichology?
Okay. So I got started in this work as a licensed cosmetologist, basically. I have been in the salon industry and as a cosmetology for now, my daughter's 30 years, 30 plus years. And it started in the salon, just doing hair as usual, as a stylist would do. For me, my clients were thinning. My clients were losing their hairline. My clients' hair was changing. And at that time, over almost 11 years ago, I did not have a solution for that. Hence, set me on a quest. And I began to research and find out exactly what I needed to do to find out how to help my clients. Hence, trichology. So, trichology is the study of hair and scalp disorders. That's what trichology is. A trichologist is a person who hands in helping hair loss, and scalp disorders and repairing those. So the difference in what I do physically in the salon and what I do physically as a trichologist is simply that my clients' hair they're losing their hair. And as a cosmetologist, I'm seeing it. Now I have a solution, but back then I did not. So that's
Okay.
I went to several different companies for education, landed at United States Trichology Institute, where I studied and now educate and teach other stylists.
I love that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Filling in the gaps, filling purpose,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
That's so good.
So
And thank you for saying the correct pronunciation.
Yes,
I
I was
like,
going to say that too.
yes. There's a lot of different versions of the word. Yeah, that's what it is.
Trichologist.
And we're the bridge. We're the bridge between the cosmetology and your hair, basically, dermatology. The two work together.
Okay.
Dermatologist focus on the skin. Your scalp is skin. So that's what a trichologist is.
Trichologist. Okay, good. That's good. Come on, teach.
Right. I done got right in that mode. We chit chat.
I know, because I gotta do a tricks. Tricks on the hair.
Right.
all right. So for so many women, especially high achieving women, our hair is deeply tied to our confidence and identity. So what emotional patterns do you see when someone begins experiencing hair loss?
For high achievers, and I wrote a couple of notes just so that I can hit everything. For high achievers, a lot of times they go into hiding. They don't even deal with it because they are busy and they're not allowed them the time to take care of their individual selves because they're busy taking care of the others. So a lot of times that emotion is pushed down. It's kind of stuffed. I'm experiencing hair loss. I see it every day, but it's stressful for me. So I'm going to hide it, right? When you realize that your identity and your confidence is starting to take a hit because of the hair loss, it's usually when that high achieving woman or man says, I need to do something. And at that point, you're probably well beyond the very beginnings of it. So the best time to deal with hair loss is as soon as you see it. Most people, the average person is 3, 5, 7, 10 years.
Wow.
And now I need to do something. Which I'm not going to say it's too late, but what I will say is that we could have gotten a lot more earlier. Early detection is the key. So stuffing that emotion, not talking about it, and hiding it is what high achievers do.
Wow. That sounds about right. I think when you started out, you said because they're too busy, right?
Yeah.
They're literally like too busy to think about what they're experiencing, so they just kind of ignore it.
Yeah.
And in thinking of that, like our audience is full of professional, goal-oriented, goal-driven women. Can stress from leadership, caregiving, or just kind of doing everything actually trigger hair loss in some way? If so, how?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Stress, number one, triggers hair loss. The stress of losing hair loss triggers hair loss. So just thinking about that you're having hair loss can cause stress.
Yeah.
Stress is one of the number one causes to hair loss. And literally, you can go to sleep with hair on your head and wake up in the morning and see strands on your pillow. Full strands, tip to end, as a result of stress. That actual hair follicle will eject itself because your nervous system is being affected.
Wow.
And it's just like that. Most caregivers, entrepreneurs, professionals, and leaders are the ones that are managing most as far as emotions and the responsibility. So that's why they are the target, or that's why most of them usually end up losing their hair. The stress and being in its chronic state brings on what we call cortisol, your levels, which disrupt the hair growth cycle. So the average person believes their hair just grows every day and it's just wonderful, and my hair is just long, and in the summer it breaks off, and in the winter it grows. They have all of these myths about their hair, but our hair actually grows in cycles. And when that pattern of cycles is interrupted due to stress, it literally ejects a hair follicle from its follicle opening due to stress.
Wow.
Yeah, it's serious.
I'm picturing it, how you're describing it. Like
Yeah,
it's
I am
literally like
too.
pushing
I'm glad.
itself out. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm glad about that, because the average person doesn't see it that way, but that's exactly what happens. And that phase.
So this isn't like I'm kind of chuckling inside as I picture it, and not because it's funny, but because I'm like, Lord help me.
Right.
Because we talking about, you mentioned cortisol, right? And now, us perimenopausal women, it's like cortisol making our bellies fat, now is making our hair fall out. We're gonna look a hot mess by the time we're 60.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yes. And
all of the things. Yes.
All of the things. Age, hormones, imbalance, balance, all of it plays a role. And hair. Just let me put this statement and make it clear. Your body ingests everything it needs when you eat, right? Travels down through your esophagus to your belly. Your belly, then there's a private conversation going on that you know nothing about. And it says, I need this much vitamin C. I need vitamin D over here. I need K over here. Your hair is the last place to eat. Powerful.
Stop right there. Let's let that sit.
Sit.
Wow.
Cause I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, like, what does that mean then? Because when you know better, you do better.
That's exactly right. And that is
so
my
like then to our audience and to all of us, like, what do we need to change? That's not even on the question. I'm sorry. I'm just like,
So when you think about, when you plan your meals, when you decide what you're going to eat and what you're not going to eat, your hair is made of protein. If you're not ingesting enough protein to feed your body, one, and I'm talking about your major organs, and then get enough protein so that your hair has some.
For the leftovers.
Wow.
The average person is feeding their body, but they're not thinking about what this needs. And if it's not enough protein, your body is literally not feeding your hair because it's last. And if it's not getting enough protein, it's damaged, it's falling, it's weak.
Okay.
Does not look at it that way. And I understand that. That's why I'm here.
Come on, trichologist.
I know. And most people don't eat enough protein anyway for what they need. When you think of how much they tell you to eat, you're like, okay, that's 2 chicken breasts, 3 eggs. You like try to add it up. And you talk about it's still not enough to travel to the hair.
No, it's still not enough. It's really, the average number is about 3 servings a day. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, we were taught
Mm-hmm.
little food groups, how many, we're gonna have a meat, a potato, starch, you know, this is what we were taught. Reality is when you start thinking about your gut, and that's where it really happens. I'm just talking about protein right now, but it really happens in your gut. It has everything to do with what you eat and how it's processed. But when you are not processing 3 palm-size servings of protein daily, you are not feeding enough protein for your hair to get any. So this is the rule of thumb. Eat the protein, take a couple more bites for your hair's sake. And that helps. If you just have that conversation with yourself when you're eating, whatever you're full, you're at your limits, take a couple more forkfuls of beans, eat a couple more lentils, grab a couple more forkfuls of the salad, because greens have protein in them as well. You need a little bit more greens, but they do have it. So it's not just about animal protein.
Right.
Today, you can buy shakes. There are certain brands that have up to 19 grams of protein. Yeah. So I could go on and on about that because there's a lot of little tips about what you can do to make sure that your hair gets what it needs. The key thought is, if I'm eating protein, I need to get a little bit more for my hair's sake every time I eat.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That would be ideal. 3 servings.
Well, you know, if this was church, we'd be done and do offering. It's offering time. But I mean, we're on the show, so let's keep going. Because I'm thinking you touched on it already, but you know, hormones, perimenopause, aging, what role does all of that play?
Right.
You know, in thinning and the shedding. And then, like, what are some things that, you know, we need to pay attention to? Because now you've talked about the eating piece. Now the natural things that happen in our bodies as women, like what are some things that we need to look at? Because I'm taking notes here. Come on.
I know that's right. So not just women. Let me just start there. Not just women, but men too. So men go through menopause. What's the word? Menopause. Yeah. So yeah, do a research on that. That's a whole nother subject. But men have menopause, okay? And so they too lose hair, just like we do.
Right.
Basically, all of the hormones in the body between the ages of 30 and 50 begin to shift, right? Through those ages. For us as women, we tend to overproduce testosterone. For men, it shows up for us around here and here. But that's how you can tell if the testosterone level is doing a little something different in your body. And it usually happens because you're in menopause. Men tend to have less testosterone, which ultimately causes them to lose strength in other areas of their body. So when the testosterone levels in a man is low, he goes through those physical changes just like we do. But it produces a chemical imbalance or an enzyme in our body called dihydrotestosterone, DHT. A lot of people know about it. A lot of people read about it. It means one of the factors is an overproduction or an underproduction of testosterone. And what it happens is your hair follicles are supposed to be, and I'm going to try to show it, nice and round. They're supposed to look like this, your follicle openings. When there's an underproduction or an overproduction, they look like this. So what happens is that strand of hair that should come through and grow cannot, because the follicle is closed up. So what you need is a DHT inhibitor with androgen receptors that will open up that follicle and cause that flow to begin to happen. That's one of the factors. There are many, but that's one of the main factors that happens physically to the body hormonally, both male and female. The other side is when it's happening, you can reverse it. Using a DHT inhibitor. Get yourself to a trichologist, certified trichologist, that has a tool belt that can help you. Now, not everybody has a tool belt. I'm just saying.
All right.
Right. In other words, look for the certifications.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm coming to fix something and you ain't got no tools to fix it.
Exactly. Or you have a plethora of tools and don't know what tools do what.
Right.
Yeah.
Not everybody, it's not a blanket. Not everybody needs the same thing.
It makes a lot of sense. Even in saying that, when do we stop just trying to do things on our own and really seek professional help? You know, like what are the real red flags?
So, when to seek evaluation or support? For a woman or a man, when you begin to see your hair thinning, when you begin to see the blueprint of what used to be, that's the time. That's the time. Now, the average person, again, is working, living, familying, doing all of the things we do to live life. So we tend to push that to the back burner because of life. But when you notice it, it's already been happening.
Yeah.
Now manifest.
Yeah.
That's the time to seek help. That's the time to look for a professional. Another area to highlight, when you notice that you are itchy, your scalp environment is not cooled, meaning comfortable, should not be doing this all the time. We should not always be doing this. We should not be doing this. You know what I mean? You see people all the time. Oh, I was just going to say that ain't right. But or this, we should not be doing it. And for a man, he should not be always looking for that cat because he doesn't want anyone to see. Doing that, it's already happening, and it has been happening. That's the time to seek help. So it's progressive. The leg of it can be very expensive.
So what are some of the, I think it's two things actually. What are some of the biggest misconceptions that people have about hair loss? And then what are some things that we are doing that may be inadvertently contributing to that extra shedding, the hair loss, and all of that?
So I'm gonna start on the back end of that, and then you may have to remind me again what that first thing was. But back end of that, what are we doing? Most of us, because of the world we live in, are doing our own hair, right? So we're watching YouTube University and anybody else we can watch, and we're doing our own hair.
Yeah.
So the hair industry is over a $5.4 billion industry for a reason. Today, anyone can get a bottle of something, put a tag on it, some instructions, say that it does this and it does that, and put it on the shelf. So what used to be your parents, your grandparents would sit you between their legs with a brush, a bergamot, some crown oil,
Blue magic,
sulfur 8,
right? Brush it 100 strokes every night, and then put it in 4 big plaits, right? For us, for our brothers, my mom brushed my brother's hair. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you y'all are in that era. The brothers would walk around with the brush.
Right.
That's what they did. They brushed all the time. It was in their pocket.
And a pick.
Exactly. And what they were doing was they were stimulating.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that is not happening today, because it's so easy to sit in a chair and get braids. It's so easy to put on a unit. It's so easy to do nothing to your hair. And as a result of that, you get inflammation in your scalp environment. There is sebum, which is a buildup of what you eat that actually secretes to the scalp surface and clogs your follicle openings. So here's a tip. This is a heavy one. A lot of people don't appreciate it, but it's so. My hair is dry. I'm gonna get me some oil and put it on my scalp because it's dry. When your hair is dry, it is not looking for oil, it's looking for moisture. Moisture comes from within the body. Are you drinking enough water? That's the key. The average person will buy a bottle of somebody's something and put it on.
With a label and instructions and promises what it'll do.
And it does none of the above.
Well, that answered my question because before the show, the pre-show, I was like, does such and such work? I don't necessarily know if we want to say it on
And
here.
it's not necessarily that it doesn't work. Let me just be clear. So you have a hair shaft, which is the part that you actually can see.
Okay.
Shaft. And then you have a hair follicle opening, which is where the strand lives.
Okay.
And then below that, you have what we call a derma papilla, where hair lives. Life for hair is under the scalp. The hair that you see is dead hair. That's it. Because we can make this fancy. Y'all know.
Right.
But what's happening underneath?
That's good.
That's so
Wow,
good.
we're all like,
I'm like, let me, because
you don't know.
Yeah, but you know what I think what you're talking about is so real. And I remember one of my fondest memories is my grandmother who did hair back in her day, but she would that was a every week, every 2 week.
Yeah.
Go get the green, wash your hair, get the green soul. And there was something that you're getting at home and just from, doing hair and spending that time with your mother, grandmother, and I think we don't, we are missing that. I think it far transcends just doing hair, right? It's spending that time and learning and downloading and pouring in whatever you want to say. And so, and then I felt like because of that love, my hair was growing. And
that is facts.
Yeah.
As they say, the kids say facts, that's facts.
Yeah, we're missing that.
And it was very important too. And my mom used to actually blend all of those things together with another ingredient. I can't think of it right now, but and melt it and make her own grease that had all of the things in it.
Right.
And we swore, we were like, that made our hair grow.
And we swore by it. And I know exactly what you're saying. And today, it's so many versions of it, you don't know which
you don't know.
Yeah.
I know.
Funny story really quickly you're alluding to the time and the pouring in and the downloading. Because when I'm in a salon, I tell my clients every time there's a $7 automatic charge because I'm a psychiatrist too. You can tell me everything. Right? And then when you come back in 2 weeks, I got to ask about the cat. I got to find out where the dog was.
You got to remember it.
Yes.
Right.
That charge is on there. That's a funny story that I tell my clients all the time because we do. We have to know.
We do. Yeah.
To keep up. But when you think about what you used to do to your hair and what happens today, because of this microwave world we live in.
Wow.
So let's talk about the microwave world of hair, right? You mentioned the units and the braids, and I kind of want to go back to that because we view braids as a protective style. We view wigs and then units and like different things as protective styles because we're just braiding down our hair and we're doing this other thing on top of it, or we're giving our hair a rest by having it braided. Is that true? Are those facts?
Is that a thing?
Is it really protecting?
Going on?
So that's a kind of a sensitive topic for some, and for others, they're going to believe what they want to believe anyway. So some people, what you say, they're going to wear their unit. or they're going to wear their wigs. The reality is all of those things are green. They're a go. You can do that. You can do onto a protective style. You can wear a unit or a wig, but you have to do it in moderation.
Yeah.
And when you do it, you have to make sure you're protecting what you already have. Right? The other part of it that's very, very serious is when you go to get those type of services, that you're getting a service by a stylist that actually cares about your hair.
Yeah. Somebody just said in the comments, it depends on who's doing it.
Oh yeah. Big deal. And she's right. At the end of the day, the person that's doing your hair has to care about your hair and whether or not your hair is breaking and whether or not your hair is healthy, enough for the service, enough for the service, because just because you want braids doesn't mean that your hair can take braids. Just because you wear a lace front doesn't necessarily mean that you can actually lay their hair. And how it's done. Some people, and I know because I'm a stylist, keep units on for 3 months. What do you think it has happened underneath? That's not okay.
It's like what happens under a rock outside in the forest.
Yeah.
Talk about that part. Yeah, because life for hair is where? Under the scalp.
Underneath. Now that we know better, though, that's so good.
We're going to do better. And that's one thing I open up my consultations with that language. When you know better, you do better. And I specifically share stories about life for hair. It's under the scalp, because when you really look at a plant, just look at a plant. Just look around your room. Look at a plant.
Yeah, the roots.
Underneath. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not oxidized. If they're not getting nutrients, if they're not enlarging because the blood flow or the flow of the water is getting to them, they're not growing. And that's exactly what hair needs: nutrients, oxygen, and energy. Energy comes from the sun or the atmosphere, which means your hair has to touch it. And if it is not, it is dying. I know.
Well, bless his name.
Holy name. We praise him. It's a wealth of information, but it's so simplistic. It really is. It's so simplistic.
Yes. Our audience is listen, can I just speak to the audience? Listen, people are watching and they are sharing, and I'm telling you, y'all are getting good stuff today. I mean, we have great shows, but this is good because, as Dr. Sharita said, it's like our hair is our crown, right? It makes it's such a big part of who we are,
right?
But my grandmother, I'll say for me as an example, didn't teach this. God bless her. You know what I'm saying? Rest her soul. But so we don't always know the biology or the history or behind it. So now that we know, we can govern as she would say, we can govern ourselves accordingly.
That's what they said. That's exactly what they said. My mama said, get your life together.
Get your life.
Because I done told you.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think it also some of it's on us, right? Because sometimes we are, as consumers, we're more focused on the style, the look, and not the health, the hair care, right? You know, so we want the one, who can do all of the fancy stuff with the hair coloring and all of that, but don't tell you how you got to keep your hair moisturized once you color or your hair won't fall out the head, So we have to be like, the primary line of defense is ourselves, right? So when you're looking for a service provider, look for somebody who is focused on hair care and not just being able to get your hair
lay it down.
Straight. All of that. Or like she gonna do my braids and they're gonna last for 3 months because she done braided it so tight that the hair ain't going nowhere.
You spend so much money that you ain't taking them out next month.
That's
right. True. You be like, as much as I paid for this, they gonna
as much as I paid for this. You
And
better
the
stay in for
bottom,
4 months.
exactly. And the bottom line is, a lot of times when a stylist is not educated, and I say that very, very clearly, when a stylist is not educated, she went to YouTube University, basically. She is not thinking about the health of your hair.
Right.
Do it and get you styled the way you say.
Mhm.
Now, I'm known,
Right.
and it's okay, and I don't have a problem with it, for being a stylist that says, you can't get that. That service is not going to work for you. And it's okay.
Yeah.
And if they don't like it, guess what they do? They go down the street to Sally Mae's, and it's okay. Because eventually they'll come full circle where hair care is.
Yep.
If in fact they want to keep their hair, you know, and it's unfortunate that a lot of people don't think about that, but it's big today. We're more health conscious than we've ever been in our lives today.
In every
That's so
area.
true.
Yep.
So because we are looking a little deeper in areas as far as hair care and people that have some education around hair. I'm about that. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna make it very plain. And at the end of the day, you choose.
Yeah.
That's
So I
good.
tell my students the same way. When you become a trichologist, or when you start to study trichologist, you do not look at hair the same. Anybody's hair. Ethnicity, hair is hair. And you do not look at it the same, because every person is very different.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Let me leave this little part quick before we
We're
transition.
like, woo.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm sitting
got
in it a
us.
little bit.
You
Yeah.
got us tonight.
Because, you
Earlier,
know, this.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, sis. No, it's just I'm just thinking because I think sometimes when we talk about busy or high achieving women, we think more about what can I take off my plate, and hair tends to be the top. Like, well, I mean, it tends to be the first thing I'm gonna try and take off my list. That's why I'm gonna go get braids. Or like, I mean, I probably, out of all of the coaches, I'm the only one here with like, this is not my hair. Well, I bought it, but it's not my hair, you know? So it's like, but my hair is completely shaved and then braided, and then this is there, right? But it's easy for me to get up and go. And so I think that what I always have admired, and I'm saying this because she's my friend from 30 something years, but it is very true. I mean this when I say this. I've always admired the amount of time that Dr. Sharita would invest in her hair. She cut it off, but she would work with it, grow back, work with it. I mean, she takes a lot of time with it. And I see other people who do that. I'm just like, dang, I wish my grandmother was here, because she would do that, but it's not something that I do. But I feel like, I feel like after learning tonight, I'm like, okay, you could put a little bit more time yourself, because everything we need, we really have.
We do.
Without going and spending it on a, you know, like if I really think about what you're saying and I wash it, if I drink more water, if I, you know what I'm saying? Like there's some things I can do in my own home
jumpstart
before I have to go out and have someone else do it.
Absolutely. You said a big thing there, Dr. Malika. The bottom line is, everything you have is on the inside of you, right? Your hair actually produces what you need for it to grow. It's just a matter of nurturing it. Let me just fix a line that you just said there real quick. We wash clothes, we shampoo hair.
Shampoo hair.
So yeah, that's a big one right there, right? Because if you think about washing your hair, you're going in and you're scrubbing and you're, you know, you got the scrub board and you're washing, right? We shampoo hair. Hair is fragile. It is a keratin, and it needs care gently, not always. The area that you really wash or really scrub would be the scalp environment. And really, you don't do that. You exfoliate, you cleanse. And so it's all about the language, and it's all about what you do when you do your hair. Okay. So you said you got the time. If you got 10 extra minutes, you can do it.
Yeah. Because
it just takes a little care. Some of us, like what you're wearing is a protective style. all you need to really do is go in with some sea breeze, part your hair where the parts are, and cleanse your scalp.
And that's exactly what my grandmother would do. I thought she was a little crazy for doing it, but I went with it.
That's
I
a very
went with
simple
it.
way as a protective style wearer to keep your scalp environment in check.
Just like, yeah, with a
Because when
little
you're
cotton.
protected, you're not going to the salon 2 weeks. You may not
Right.
go for 3 weeks or maybe 4, right? So what do you think happened in that 4 weeks?
In between.
Just leave it
Yeah.
there. So some
Good.
very simple things that you can do to keep your scalp environment in check, because scalp hygiene is the number one thing to having healthy hair.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Woo, another one.
But I wanted to drop this real quick. Hair loss is progressive. Delay is expensive. And then the earlier you intervene with hair, the more follicles you can preserve.
At any age?
At any age. If you see it, go on it. A child that is experiencing hair loss, there are different types of hair loss. So when a person says, my dermatologist says I have alopecia, right? The word alopecia simply means hair loss. What type of alopecia do you have?
Okay.
Where we come into play. We help to identify the type. Not all dermatologists know the type, but a board certified trichologist will know the type and be able to identify it, not always treat it, because we're not doctors. We are paramedics. We are paramedical, so we are not doctors. So we cannot write you a script, but we do have teams around us that we can refer and get what we need to our client.
That's good.
So stay in your lane, mind your business, do what you're supposed to do on your street. Don't be trying to go all over there. You are not that. Tell the truth. Be honest. Integrity is everything in the business. So yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. Now, is there any particular type of alopecia that like is not treatable? Like just if you've got this or you've gotten to this point, there's not, maybe we can prevent additional loss, but we can't bring back what's already gone.
Yeah, there are a couple. One type is what we call cicatricial alopecia. Cicatricial, Tricial, cicatricial alopecia. And it's a type of scarring. Scarring is a type of alopecia that is not preventable. Now, let me tell you a serious story about cicatricial. As a stylist coming up in the industry, we were trained to apply a relaxer. We were trained to apply a relaxer. I'm talking about sodium hydroxide and a certain pattern. 2026 now, even a little bit before now, we recognize that the pattern that we were trained in caused cicatricial alopecia. So people in the very top and the crown of their hair, a lot of them that were relaxed since they were 14, experience today a scarring or a cicatricial alopecia. Facts. Another type that is usually not repairable or that can be treated by the medical doctor along with a trichologist is a type of hair loss that actually the hairline and the frontal part of the hair fibrosis back. So you've seen them, I've seen them. There's nothing.
Yeah.
It's clean. Frontal fibrosing in most cases. Treating that along with a medical doctor sometimes can cause some hair to grow, right? So that's another type of hair loss. The other one that is very prominent that people have, most of people will just cover this up, male and female. It's called an areata alopecia. An areata can present itself as a round circle that is clean. Most of the time, it will show up on the front hairline.
Yeah.
behind the back of the ear or at the nape of that neck. That particular type of alopecia is usually one of the factors is autoimmune. That's a disease. So you cannot cure it. Can you work with it? Absolutely. As a certified trichologist, if you know what you have in your tool belt, you can help treat that. But autoimmune is a dis-ease. That means the body is a dis-ease, right? So it controls and it can continue to happen. But most of the time, a person will have a fallout. And if treated correctly, they can have it grow back in.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's another type of alopecia that is non-recoverable. Right. So let me just go right here. What can be recovered? What are some types that can? Let's look at attraction alopecia, which is very popular today. Happens completely around the whole hairline and at the nape of the neck. Had a hairline, it was always good. I could lay. Today, we got edge control. We got all of these products that smooth that hairline and give you that little curl. that product kills your hairline. Braiding, not being sensitive to the hairline when getting braids. When I get my hair braided, I take all my edges and pull them to my face, and then I let them braid. You know why? They don't care about my edges. Now my stylist do. The person that had braid my hair, she do care about my hair because I done taught her some stuff. So she like, you can't do that to people. But anytime you're seeing white buds or at the hairline, it's too tight. You're literally ripping that hair follicle from its opening. So traction alopecia is 100% reversible if treated correctly.
Yeah.
That means you got to suffer and not get that hairstyle and not wear that. Not for another 6 months.
Right.
So what does that mean? You have to have a creative stylist that has solutions.
Yes. We went to hair school.
Yeah. We have a couple of
As
audience.
I said, yeah, there's some questions.
So Alexa asked if you can talk a little bit more about the hair growth cycle that you mentioned earlier.
Sure, I can. So when your hair, everybody's hair grows in cycles. The first cycle is the anagen phase. It is the growing phase. Your hair is in this cycle 3 to 6 weeks, 6 to 8% of the hair on your head. So let me explain. This portion right here is an anagen. This portion right here is resting. This portion right here is in catagen. For sake of just to give you a visual, every part of your hair at any given time is in one of the 3 phases. Anagen, the growth phase, catagen, the shedding phase, and telogen, the resting phase. So it's either growing, shedding, or resting. One of the 3 phases at any given time, all over your head. Okay?
So it doesn't have to all be doing the same thing at the same time.
Just imagine that.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's not a one-size-fit-all cream for the whole hair, because your hair is doing different things.
You got it right on. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the average person doesn't understand that. So what do? They buy a product, they put it on their hand, and they put it on their whole head. And then they look back and say, this ain't doing nothing. And then guess where it goes? I call it the graveyard underneath the kitchen sink. Hair product graveyard, bathroom or kitchen sink. It lives in one of them places.
Yep.
Right.
I know it.
Right.
Yes, I hope that answers her question. I could get into more detail about that.
Yeah, that's good. Now Alexis asked, and you might have already touched on this with the traction alopecia. She asked about hair loss at the hairline due to locks. Is that pretty much traction alopecia?
Pretty much, yes. So the key when you're dealing with a lock client, so the hair that would normally go into that catagen phase and shed, it goes right into the lock. So there's a coiling that happens, right? So when the hair is in its initial growth phase, if that hair is pulled into that lock, it's just going to coil around into that lock. When traction shows up, it's because that hairline tension is being pulled into that lock. Not every client locks should be from the hairline. Some you have to fake until you can get some length. That's going to help stabilize the strand so that the strand does not pull out at the hairline. The key, though, is if it's traction, it's treatable. And sometimes you can reverse it at 100%. So if that's a lock client and they're dealing with traction at the hairline, they need to get in to see a trichologist and get some help.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna answer 2 more questions because we're coming up on 9 o'clock.
Oh wow, that time went fast.
All right. Okay. So how can you keep it in the growing stage longer than usual?
Very good question. Very good question. So you know the world we live in today is microwave, right? And every time you go in the store, there are 15 different brands of one thing. Is that correct?
Right.
Buy any of them, right? So the same thing happens with keeping your hair in what we call the anagen phase. We have now created what we call growth factors. Your body already produces them. So what we've done is we've manufactured them in a Peachtree dish. And we microneedle them into the scalp environment. And that's how we keep the hair in anagen.
With a needle to the scalp.
Not a needle. It's called microneedling.
Microneedling.
Very different.
Okay.
2 totally different things.
Okay.
So people go to a dermatologist, and I'm sure you've got to have heard of that, and they actually get a needle because a dermatologist can do that. And they're able to actually put in growth factors or a type of growth factors, because they're not growth factors, into the scalp environment and grow hair. The only issue with that is those needles cause what we call scar tissue. Like you get a sore and that sore leaves a mark, the same thing happens here. Growth factors in your body, and let me just explain this in the most layman terms as I can. When you bump your hand and it bleeds, there's blood. A day or 2 later, there's a dark scale or a scab.
Right.
If you pick it, it's going to bleed again. But if you leave it alone, it's going to heal. That's exactly what growth factors do. They go straight to that scar. Those are your growth factors at work in your own body to heal it. So that's what happens.
So yeah, so it
Skin
heals.
is skin. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the, and so one of the things that I love and appreciate, and people, some people like it, some people don't appreciate it. I'm going to take the time. That's why I have a consultation. And that's why I spend time. It's about 2 hours. You're not going to go in and out. I'm going to make sure you understand what's really happening.
Yeah.
You, just like we said at the beginning of this live, when we know better, we do better.
We do better.
So I'm going to educate you and make sure you understand.
Yeah. So while Malika's getting her thought together, because she's looking like she wants to
I
ask
have to ask. I do.
Ask.
this last viewer question. I think you kind of touched on it, but I just want to make sure there's not something else out there that you want to share. So Monique asked, what should someone put on the areas that are not growing?
It depends. Why is it not growing? Hard to say. Why is it not growing? So we, this microwave generation, we see it and we want to fix it. It's not always that simple. Regrowing hair is strategy. It takes strategy and it takes time. And you're not going to get it. I actually wrote a note on that I wanted to share. It's progressive. It takes time. Restoration is not magic. That's what I said. It's a strategy.
That's good.
So if it's not growing right here in this area, you can't take a piece of product and put it on this area and it grow, unless I know why that area is not growing.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be many different reasons.
Right.
Manifestation of hair loss is as a result of something
something.
in the body.
Yeah.
Because what did I say about our hair? It's the last place to eat.
Yeah.
Our gut axis is the root to it all.
We need some gut health going on.
Gut health is very, very important.
Mhm.
And you can't just give someone product and say that's going to help their hair grow without knowing what's really
what's happening.
Right.
Medications, history, genetics, all of those things are factors.
Right.
So that hair is not growing. So if I were to say, go to the Dollar General and get the jar of grow it, and that does it, right? You're right. I don't even sell product that I don't use in my salon. I don't sell anything that I don't use because I know what's the ingredients that are in my product, and I know what they do. So you want to really know the answer? Research what products grow hair. I'm sorry, not products, ingredients grow hair.
Ingredients.
Buy a product, those ingredients that you research, if they're not in the first 7,
not really happening. That's good.
Yeah. My only thing was that the cycles, it was a result of what you answered earlier, but the cycles, the antigen, centogen or catagen, centogen, intelligent.
Antigen, catagen,
Catagen, intelligent. But that is natural.
Natural.
Correct. Those cycles, because I think someone said, how can we constantly, keep it in one,
and you
in
can
the antigen
phase.
But those cycles, like 3 to 6 weeks, this happens, this certain, that's a natural cycle for everyone. And in order to, for instance, I have a client that I'm working with right now. She's experiencing female pattern, right? I already know she's experiencing female pattern. I met with her today. Her part is no longer as thin as it used to be. So her center part used to be very thin, and now it's getting wider and wider. So she's 47. So right in that area where DHT is probably a factor, all of those things are there. Because I know it's female pattern, and because I know how to treat female pattern, Trina, would never say this to her, I can guarantee, but I know that I'm going to get that hair back. I'm going to close the gap on that part because I know what it takes to do it. I know what her body is doing. I know her history. She's experiencing female pattern simply because she's in menopause. That's good.
Wow.
Oh, I like that, Melanie. That's good. It's not it's the ingredients, not the products. That's good.
It's real. And the honest to God truth is that the hair loss industry is over a $5.4 billion industry.
Wow.
So look, on that, what can the 35-year-old do to pre-empt perimenopausal and everything that comes with it?
Yes.
So we already done crossed over, right?
We are already there, honey.
It's too late.
We're in the parent
It's not too late. It's not too late for hair now. Just because we crossed over, it's not too late for us, okay? Because I'm growing. I'm getting ready to do a whole series on my beginning stage because I had suffered hair loss through the stress. I literally had a U shape where I was thin. I went through a divorce. It was serious. I was stressed. You should see me now. That's all I'm saying. And that was almost 6 years ago. Almost 6 years. Wow. I took the time, stopped, and got serious about regrowing my own hair. And I'm there now. Close the gap, no parts. I'm good. But it took me stopping. I had to stop. Now I'm the certified trichologist. I have everything that it needs to grow my hair. I knew what to do. I had to put myself on program and get my hair going back in the same direction that it's supposed to. So 35-year-old, eat your protein.
Yeah.
Don't go to university. Don't go buy a bunch of products. Ask questions. Ask your medical doctor questions because they know. They will tell you, but they will not if you do not ask.
They don't know what to tell you if you don't ask them.
If you don't ask, they know. A lot of times they know. They just will not say. Y'all know how it is going to the doctor. You better.
It doesn't serve their pockets. Yeah. We about to get a bus. You know how people get a bus trip and go to the casino? We're about to get a bus trip and come to Delaware. Come on.
Come on. Let's do it.
We're going to start at PA. We're going to stop in Maryland. We're going to pick people
along the way, get the stops going.
And make a weekend out of it. Going to Trina's and then going to get some lymph drainage.
Where y'all going to Tox? Y'all going to the Tox?
Yeah. Going to the Tox.
And wait a minute. And go have a nice dinner, but make sure we get enough protein and water.
Exactly. Yes. I'm going to the Tox too, y'all. I bought me a package.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this was so good.
Trina. Yeah,
a lot of information to just kind of chit chat about. It really is, but when we know better, we do better. And I'm all about educating. I'd rather educate. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what to do, how to make it happen. Yeah.
Yes.
You need to go mobile and come on down.
She need to come. Oh wait, we gotta go get Melanie and bring her back up. Okay. Mel,
I got some colleagues in the A. So you want to know? I know some colleagues, certified trichologists that are serious about trichology in LA. Because I have students all over the world. When I taught for United States Trichology Institute, I met students from all over the world. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So tell the people how they can connect with you.
Okay.
What you got for them and how to follow you. So follow her first before book the appointment, but follow her first, you know.
Right.
Bring some more attention to the work that she's doing. But how can they reach out to you?
Okay, so I am doing so much better with social media. Hallelujah. I'm just gonna say that. That's a preface to what I'm saying. Trina HRC.Delaware. So Trina HRC Harry Robert Charles .Delaware. That's my handle. I believe it's a handle on Instagram. And then you can find me on Facebook at Hair Restoration Clinic Delaware, The Hair Experience, or Hair Restoration Clinic Delaware. Either one of those. You can find me on Facebook. Website, THE, The Hair Experience, HRCD, and then you can put in the word salon or clinic.com. THE, HRCD.com, clinic or salon. That's how you find me on the web. You can also call us at any time at 302-981-9095. That is a 24-hour line. You can leave a detailed message and we will get back to you. Okay, so that's how you reach me.
Yes.
So it's Trina HRC.Delaware.
That's it.
And if they want to book a consultation, what?
Yes, you're going to go right to THE HRCD clinic.com. And there's a code that you're going to click on. I'm actually going to put that code on the link that you're going to search for consultation with that code. So you're going to go down to the website. You're going to look up HRCD consultation, and that code will be there to give you $20 off for your full consultation. I'm in the clinic Mondays and Wednesdays right now. I'm looking to pick up another day, but those are the 2 days that I'm in there.
Okay, so let me ask this, because in today's world, you could probably schedule a gynecologist appointment and it'd be virtual.
You got it.
So it's something
Like, let
you
me
do
see.
virtually.
Let me see.
Move the camera a little to the left.
everything. Tell a man.
No.
So do you need to see them in person, or do you do virtual consultations?
So I can do both. So a virtual consultation I can do. You just contact me, let me know that you want to do it virtually. I'll send you out what you need to get the shots that I need, and then we'll get online and take a look at it. So we can do a virtual appointment if we have to. Absolutely. Okay. I'd love to see you in person because I want to talk. I want to see, I want to put my eyeballs on you and vice versa. So definitely that's the best way. But if you have to do virtual, we can make that happen.
Okay.
All
right.
All right, we gotta go, y'all, because we gotta shampoo our hair.
Right. Oh, I love it.
Stimulated.
People learn.
I just need a drink of water. Let me get my little.
Yes. Go get your water, girl.
All right,
start now.
Get a scalp massage.
Right.
Actually, look, I'm gonna have to tell my husband. I'm gonna be like, I talked to Trina, and this is what she said we got to do to help make sure my scalp is healthy. And my arms get tired really quickly. Right? So I need to lay back at least once a week to, get in there.
Let me know how you make out with that, because I'm gonna try that too.
It'll be like,
look, here they go. Okay, I'm done. I did it. No, you didn't. Yes.
All right. This has been such a powerful and good conversation full of valuable information. And I just based on the comments and the interaction, I know that our viewers got a lot out of it. Ladies and men that are tuning in as well. If you know someone else who is suffering with trying to figure this whole thing out, or maybe they're not saying anything, like they're just being silent. And I'm gonna say this is gonna sound like I'm kind of joking, but I'm not really joking. But like, if you got a girlfriend who like their hairline is not where it was a couple of years ago.
Yes.
No, I'm serious. Like, send them
a link. You might not want to talk about it.
To watch the video, because I get that it might be a hard conversation to have if that person isn't like bringing it up, right?
Yes.
But I know I see some women in my life, and I'm just kind of like, what? Like, why do you keep doing that? Like, why are you keeping braids in your hair? Why are you doing it? Because I know you see what I see, right? And let's make better decisions, right? So now that we have some information, let's share it with people who could benefit from it, because we know, our hair is important to us.
Absolutely, yes, it is. Let me just give you these last couple of statements, coaches. Hair loss is not something that you hide; it's something that you understand. And once you understand, you can restore. You can restore your confidence. Your crown is not falling apart; it's asking for attention.
Just like everything else on our bodies.
That's so good.
I'm gonna tell you, the body is powerful. God did it. He did it with us. For real. It's very powerful. It will tell you. Those
and I think
stations you know nothing about.
It requires a little bit more attention. We give it just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So Trina, thank you.
You're welcome.
For joining us this evening. And for those of you tuning in live or watching the replay, we appreciate you as well. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like this episode, check out some of our previous episodes, and then join us back here on Monday, March 16th. So we're here first and third Mondays. And sometimes if there's a fifth Monday, we might do a little something special on that fifth Monday as well. But we'll be back here March 16th. And we're going to be going back to viewer questions on the 16th. So we did get some questions after the last one. It's not too late to submit your questions. So you can submit your questions to any of the coaches directly. If you have our cell phone, you could text it, or if you got an email. If you want to DM us, you can do that as well. And we haven't settled on the topic yet, or topics yet.
So maybe those questions.
Maybe there's a theme. There's a theme.
Yeah.
Please ask,
and like I said, we'll talk about just about anything on here.
Just about. Y'all know. I done talked about not showering, so you know we'll talk about anything on here.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Keep it real.
That's what the world needs.
Yes.
Real.
Yes.
Yes.
Good job.
All right. So
thank you all, ladies, and for tuning in. And we will see you next time on the Coaches Are In.
We're out.
Yes.
The coaches are in. When you need a timely, transparent friend, tune into the coaches are in. Talking career, business, health, and wealth. You got a friend now. Into the coaches are in. With authenticity.